Listen to mirror, mirror, the reflection of the love.
So I have a new screen. I got a new screen for Christmas, which means she's now officially a trader with 2 screens. Very exciting. And as cool as this is though, I'm just really struggling with where to put my camera. I need to just figure this out. Doing filming setups is really hard. So, and especially when I've got absolutely nothing but a plain wall in the background, it's not really the most aesthetic kind of things, but you know, it's a work in progress.
Okay, I actually quite like this. But yes, glad to see you're here. And I've actually been in a couple of trades today already. We've hit take profit. I was in, what was I in? A nice little USD CAD position as well as an NZD USD. So just Forex pairs today. Haven't taken any gold trades today yet, but it has been a nice day. A very nice, easy trading day indeed. It is the 30th of December, so New Year's Eve is tomorrow. I wonder if I can try and get this out tomorrow. Maybe I'll give it a try. But this video isn't really necessarily a vlog, even though that is the style that I typically like to do. This video is very much instead more of a conversation, okay? So I had quite a few people on my TikTok lives asking me about trading for beginners. And I know that the start of the trading journey can be incredibly difficult. So for those of you who don't know, my name is Jessica. I've been trading for the last 5 years. I'm now my 6th trading year now. If you watch my first video on my YouTube, I had just turned 25. So that is almost, nearly basically 5 years ago, as I'm now almost 30, which is so crazy. What I will say is that the trading journey is one that you could never imagine. It is the most challenging and the most beautiful and the most freeing and liberating thing that I think anyone could experience, which is why I do recommend it to anyone and everyone. Although, yes, trading isn't for everyone, right? It is available for everyone, and that is always the most important thing. So I thought I would share with you, as your kind of Forex big sister kind of way, the things that I would really recommend for absolute beginners to be thinking about and considering and looking into as they are starting on their journey. If you haven't done so, please make sure you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on my trading journey, any tips, advice, and anything that I'm kind of doing. If you want to follow me over on Instagram, do make sure you head over to Jessica's Trading Journal. So my first bit of advice is to make sure that you are financially stable. And I know that a lot of people, when they get started looking into trading, it's because they need money. And I'm going to hold my hands up. I was that person as well. I was in a state where I desperately needed money when I started my trading journey. That was the reason why I looked into it in the first place. Having had all of my experience and looking back, that isn't the best place to be starting your trading journey, really and truly. You want to be starting your journey from a place of financial stability. So here is my big sister advice to you. Do as I say, not as I do. Make sure you actually get yourself into a financially stable position before you start looking at investing. And as always, okay, make sure you consult your financial advisor or a licensed professional. If you are in a situation right now where you are needing a little bit of extra money, then I would always recommend getting a side hustle, sell your clothes on Vinted, like whatever it is, get yourself out of the red and into the black, and also ensure that you have enough savings to last you about 6 months to cover all of your needs, all of your expenditures. Obviously, I would never say, quit your job to start trading. Never, ever, ever would I ever suggest that. I'm a big fan of don't quit your 9 to 5. Okay, we like multiple streams of income, but do ensure that you are financially stable and secure so that when you start your trading journey, you're not coming in from a place of scarcity, from lack, from fear. Trust me, I did trading with that mentality and it was very challenging, to say the least. I cried like every day, and it's just not going to be an enjoyable experience for you. So my best advice, number one, make sure you're up to date with all of your bills, all of your expenses, all of your outgoings, and ensure that you have enough in the kitty to keep you safe and secure so you can start your trading journey from a positive standpoint. Advice number two, I would definitely say, is understand why. Why are you trading? What is your vision? What is the long-term goal for you? And I say all of this before we talk about education, before we start actually placing any trades. That is my biggest bit of advice, because 95% of traders lose, 95% of traders quit, okay? And the reason why people quit is because they don't have the belief. They don't actually have the desire. Their goals weren't big enough. They actually didn't care about that goals that much. So I would say, if you actually want to be successful in trading, understand why you're doing it. And yes, you can create vision boards. Yes, you can put your Gucci handbag on there. Yes, you can think about all of the things that you would like to have kind of from a commercial capitalist kind of sense, but really and truly, it's the deeper why that's going to get you to your end goal, that's going to keep you trading for 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. So what I would always recommend is write a list of all of your desires. And if you haven't done this yet, you can start by doing a very simple exercise. Okay, so start by writing down a list of things that you would like right now, 3 things you would like right now, 3 things that you would like in about 6 months time, 3 things that you would like in a year. Okay, and then give yourself a bonus one. So that is 10 goals. that you can actively work towards. And then I want you to think about the larger picture. Who is it around you that you want to support? Who is it around you that you want to help? Because by default, if you are learning how to tap into an industry that has an infinite amount of money that you can be making, it's very, very easy for you to not actually commit because your brain just thinks, oh, it's out there, I'll get it eventually. And you'll be saying that for a month, 6 months, a year, and you then end up having none of it. So when you think about the people around you that you plan on helping and supporting, that is your long-term why. That is your mission. And I would always suggest that that is the first thing you should tap into before you start doing any learning. Understand your journey and what that's going to look like for you. And the reason I've been able to get as far as I have is because I've always had goals and been able to timeline those goals. So I know exactly when I'm going to be hitting those according to my compounding plan. If you don't have a compounding plan, feel free to reach out to me. I do have freebies. I do all sorts of bits and pieces. If you need those tools, then feel free to reach out. And then, of course, advice number 3 is to get properly educated. And I don't know, guys, we talk about this all the time on my TikTok lives, but people always say, oh, I finished baby pips, what do I do next? Or I did baby pips, I don't understand this. Or I did baby pips and I don't understand that. I don't know what they're teaching you over there. Personally, I've never even looked at baby pips, so I can't recommend it. I don't know what they do over there, but it seems as though a lot of people are coming away with more questions than confidence. So what I would say is find yourself an educator, plug yourself into a system that can teach you everything that you need to know. When I started, I think people see me and they think, oh, I was just like born with the ability to trade. Like, no, I paid for a course. Like, guys, I'm literally just like you. I was that person to invest my last little scraps of money into a course, into a program that, helped me to learn how to use the markets, learn how to trade and learn how to make money from it every day. I wasn't blessed with somebody who knew how to trade and they taught me. I wasn't even blessed with a mathematical mind. Like, I am a dancer. I still am a dancer. So please know that I had to spend so much time learning, back testing, researching, studying, like doing my own work. Like, there is so much that goes into trading that I think people don't realize. It's so much more simple now than it used to be back when I started. Nowadays, you have plug and play systems that are very, very easy. You've got copy trading, you've got so much stuff out there to help you start making money so much faster. Whereas my journey was a very, very slow, long slope. So I do feel as though if you are starting your trading journey now, you are in a better position than most traders have ever been in the world so far, because you have so many different systems and communities and companies that can help you start trading and be profitable pretty much from day one. So please do your research, do the study and the education necessary so that you know how to trade, okay? You should never be going to somebody saying, how do I place a trade? There are so many free resources on YouTube that really this should be a no-brainer. If you are somebody who doesn't want to pay for education, then YouTube is free. There should never be a time where you're asking me, what is leverage? There should never be a time to say, how do I calculate my risk? How do I place a stop loss? Like, that should not be happening, because you should be taking control of your education and doing the research for yourself. YouTube is a free resource. Please, please use it. And yes, we know that not all resources are reliable, but I'm guessing that you are all smart enough to be discerning what is reliable and what is not, okay? I trust y'all. I really do. And I've literally just had a Bitcoin trade come up in my analysis, so I'm going to take that right now. So my next bit of advice would be to always start with a demo account. And I know how tempting it is to want to be placing trades right away, but that can also be very damaging for your trader psychology. So I would always recommend practicing on demo. By all means, if you have a small first initial trading account that you have that has like £200 in, then you can take small lot sizes, 0.01, 0.02, with appropriate risk management and stop losses in place. If you're being facilitated with trade ideas that you can be taking in that account, then fine. But for your own personal trades and your own analysis, please do practice on demo. Really, it should be minimum 1 month, really and truly. And in that month, you should be so consistent and so committed to creating your trading routine, because that really is the practice round for you. That is your first lap. And if you can't even get through 1 month of consistency and 1 month of maintaining your routine and your strategy, then you're not going to be able to do that for the rest of your life. It's really important that you prove to yourself that you can be disciplined and consistent to ensure that you are hireable or a good account manager for the long term, for your long-term trading journey, which is again why a lot of people tend to fail, fall off, because they're not consistent. They struggle with their own procrastination, with their own laziness, with their own lack of discipline. Like, trading is very, very simple, but is not for the faint-hearted. And if you find yourself lying in, giving up early, if you find yourself not jumping onto education calls or whatever it is that you're doing as part of your practice, you are really going to struggle on this journey. And I'm not afraid to say it. This journey is definitely more about self-discipline than anything else. And if you are not disciplined enough to practice on demo for an extended period of time, good luck applying that into your live account. The next thing I would say is be very, very clear on your trading plan. That includes your strategy and your risk management. It's all very well and good having a strategy, and I always say there are 1,000 ways to cut a cake. One thing that I find, especially on TikTok Live or on YouTube, is people are very quick to poo-poo on other people's trading strategies, saying, oh, this is rubbish, this is rubbish, this is the best, this is the best. And really and truly, it doesn't actually matter. The most important thing is that you are able to be consistent to your edge, consistent to your trading plan. What you'll find is that people get inspired and get excited and start with a trading strategy. They'll have a few wins, so they're very, very up, and then they will experience losses and they will go into the valley of despair. They will get depressed, they will get upset, and then they will start looking for the next strategy, and boom, the cycle starts again. Now, what you want to do is make sure that you are consistent with your strategy to be there for the highs and be there for the lows, and by default, you will be consistent over an extended period of time. And all of those good results come with good goal setting, with good risk management, and also your entry and exit rules. My next bit of advice would be to start small. And I know there are so many of you out there who want to start with £1,000 or £5,000, and I just really wouldn't recommend it, okay? Always start small. The sweet spot for me is £200, $200. 100, you're pretty much going to be already over leveraging, and that's just not a really good way to start. But if you can start with 200, that usually does give you a bit of leeway to at least be using 0.01, sometimes 0.02, depending on what you are trading and what your stop loss sizes are. Now, I am a scalper as well as a swing trader, so sometimes my stop losses can be anything from 40 to 400 pips, or it could be anything as small down to like 8 pips to 12 pips. Obviously, when you have a smaller stop loss, you can have a higher lot size. If you have a larger stop loss, you're going to have to reduce your lot size because you only ever want to be risking whatever percentage you have chosen for your risk. So for you, that might be 1%. For me, that's 0.5% risk. That is my max risk that I use. And I always say to people, if you can't grow from £200 to £300, how do you expect to grow from 5,000 to 10,000? How do you expect to grow from 1,000 to 2,000? It just doesn't make sense. So rather than trying to cut the corners and try to make a quick buck, I would always recommend being patient, starting small, and showing and proving to yourself that you can grow a trading account safely. And it's just going to ensure your longevity in the future, guys. Along with that, I would always say journal your trades. My trading journal has been the reason why I became so successful with my own trading journey. And that was because documentation is everything. Documentation is key. You're going to be placing hundreds and hundreds of trades. You may as well start the good habit from day one and practice taking your screenshots. So at least you can put them all into a folder, and then you have a backlog, because by default 10 trades are going to go by pretty quickly, and at least you have the data to go back and see what's occurring, what went wrong, and how you can fix up your strategy and your execution. So let's say, for example, if I'm working with any of my traders and I say, okay, perfect, show me your last 20 trades, and they're like, oh, I can't show you that. Well, it's like, well, what do we have to work from? Your journaling is your homework. Taking a screenshot takes literally half a second, and putting it into a folder takes 2 seconds. You can even do it from your phone. Take a screenshot, save it into files, or create a folder in the photo app, whatever it is, whatever you need. I also use Notion to document my trades. So I do have previous videos of my trading journal using Notion, so feel free to check that out. It is a little bit old, so I should probably do an updated one. But Notion is my favorite place for documenting all of my trades. It just means you can put in all the credentials nice and easy, as well as the pictures, as well as your screenshots. And yes, I know people use MyFX Book, but how many of you go into your MyFX Book and look at every single individual trade and are able to do a back test / analysis on it? Not many. Even though I have all of my accounts attached to MyFX Book, so I'm getting all of those kind of fiscal results and like the track record and blah blah blah, I don't really use it. I use my actual trading journal, my screenshots, to do the analysis on my trades and on my strategy. And then my last bit of advice, besties, would be to just be patient. Okay, we say patience pays. Yes, success loves speed, but patience pays. Okay, and it's all about you being diligent. Not everyone is going to understand you. Not everyone's going to understand your journey. Trust me, I've been trading for 5 years and not everybody understands me or my journey. People still ask me when I'm going to get a real job, which, I don't intend to do. I intend for trading to pay for me for the rest of my life. And it's a really beautiful place to be. To be at a place of financial freedom is such an incredible feeling. And it doesn't have to be at a millionaire. I'm not even a millionaire yet, okay? So just know that your time is coming. Just know what financial freedom looks like for you. So if that's you making $2,000 a month from your trading, then that's it. That is the land of milk and honey. That is where you want to be aiming for. And when you get there, it is absolutely stunning. It just gives you so much freedom. And then you have the ability to reinvest into other areas, get into property, buy that car that you've always wanted. There is so much that you can do once you get to a place of financial stability and freedom. And it's really not that far away. It could really be 6 months away. It could be a year away. I hope you're just excited for your journey and stay in touch. Let me know, put down in the comment section where you are in your trading journey right now. I remember everyone. I remember everyone's usernames. Trust me. I will do my best to keep on top of my YouTube channel for you guys. I know you've been asking for more and more, and I am a very, very busy bee with all of my other businesses that I run, but I do want to kind of be coming back onto here and just supporting you newbies as much as possible. 2025 is going to be a huge freaking year, so it's time to, you know, get your trader seatbelts on and just, you know, get ready for the ride, because it's a very beautiful journey if you allow it to be. So if you are a female Forex trader like I am, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Follow me over on Instagram at Jessica's Trading Journal, and I will see you guys in the next one. Best of luck. Bye.
Listen to